Vigilance Committee is coming by. The sheriff's badge ain't worth a thing when the justice ain't got wings. So we take it into our hands and we make them understand. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The town's been burning with fear and hate, but we're coming for the ones who sealed our fate. With a rope and a fire in the night, we're gonna make sure they see the light. The law may say it's black and white, but we know it's red and it ain't right. We'll do what the law won't do to see the guilty through. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The wind it howls like a banshee's cry. Outlaws tremble when we pass by. Ain't no mercy, ain't no grace, just the justice of a hard-pressed place. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. So when the town sleeps and the moon's running high, you'll hear the gallop of the horses stride. And if you're guilty, best be prepared, 'cause the Vigilance Committee will be there.
My name is Rudy Bautista. I'm an attorney in the state of Utah, and you have permission to record and publish this at your discretion.
Thank you.
A motion to suppress is our way of telling the judge that what the police officers did was illegally detain him and violated his constitutional rights. The remedy for an illegal detention, an illegal search, is the suppression of evidence. In this case, the only evidence that was suppressible was the video that they recovered from his phone illegally. However, that video demonstrates his lawful conduct and the law enforcement officer's illegal conduct. Therefore, we don't want that suppressed. If this goes to trial, we would want to play that for the jury. So that is why I withdrew the motion. That leaves us to what happened today, as I notified the court that in this case, the video demonstrates that an officer is standing off the sidewalk. Mr. English comes up and it walks up, and I want to say at least 6 to 8 feet away from what I can remember in the video.
10.
And I said at least. And the officer immediately turns around and tells him to back off. Now, an officer is legally entitled to order someone away from public place if it has a lawful purpose. In this situation, Mr. English was not interfering. Interfering would be, I'm grabbing you, I'm blocking you, I'm doing something to disrupt you. coming up and observing and being a public servant or being a public observer is constitutionally protected activity. At which point the officer told him to back off. He exercised his amendment right. The first since the 60s has established, the Supreme Court has established that is not only free speech, but it's encouraged, because if we don't challenge authority, we become Germany in 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
With that in mind, and many have said that's where this country is heading. With that in mind, that is all that happened, and so I believe that that was arresting him at that point is a violation of his First Amendment rights, and that the remedy is dismissal of that count and or maybe other counts. The other issue we need to look into and to see, and that's what I told the judge, was to research, can we have the remedy for an illegal detention to dismiss a case? Normally when constitutional rights are violated, we punish the state, we punish law enforcement by doing a monetary award. Here, I'm going to see if we can do it where we just dismiss the case. And so that's what we set it for our next court hearing.
Excellent.
Questions?
It is so good to hear someone that actually
Understands.
well, but will have the courage to live the law, the constitutional law. Most lawyers know it, they don't live it. Thank you for living
My
it.
pleasure,
Yes.
my pleasure.
We are
Well,
very grateful for you.
Unfortunately, Rudy, I'm not a person that hides their feelings or keeps back what I think. And I'm going to say that I have learned within Utah, the judge, the judicial system, and the attorneys are corrupt as hell. They're corrupt. My last attorney went into chambers with the judge, with the prosecution. And I don't want to give them any more evidence or say anything else about it. That's totally wrong. And that's why I fired him.
That's why I'm here, so we can have a clean slate and make sure everything's
Yes.
done correctly.
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent.
What's your name?
Rudy Bautista.
Voted for you.
Well, thank you.
Rudy, do you want to say your phone number and everything in case people want to reach out for you? Reach out and they have any criminal cases
Again,
they
my name is
have.
Rudy Bautista. I practice in the state of Utah. My office is in Salt Lake, but I travel around the state. My phone number is 801-232-5311. My email is Rudy, R-U-D-Y, at boslaw.com. BOSLAW.com.
Thank you, Rudy. I'm very happy to see that Walt hire you. I think you're one of the best attorneys that I ever seen in criminal attorneys, because I've been through this for many years, and I have seen so many attorneys, they just give up on the case. They just want to plead. They just want to make it easy. And I'm so happy to see you actually fighting for Mr. English rights. And thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, I want to say that I am a doctor and I do have the title captain. I'd rather be called Dr. English when I'm in public.
Okay, Dr.
earned it. I
English.
earned it.
All right. Again, all of the everyone here are here to support Dr. English.
And when we're here, I just want to say that Rudy is an excellent attorney. We went through several attorneys and
Yes.
he's
The case
amazing.
isn't over yet.
Yeah.
You might be speaking for you.
Well, I know where you're. I know where you
You're
live.
on the right track. You don't have control over the judge, but you're on the right track, and that's what we need.
And this is why we do, when everything's said and done, if we do have to go to trial, we'll be in front of a jury of the community so that we have civilians making a judgment.
Yes.
In the criminal defense bar, we always say if you have a defense attorney who says, let's just do a bench trial, that's a scam, because we consider bench trials a slow guilty plea.
Wow.
So,
Great.
but okay.
Rudy, thank you so much. We're here at Ogden. We are very confident with our attorney and everything. I think he's going to do a good job. And then there goes the criminals. Officers in that car. They all showed up here, tried to Walt, but they didn't realize that Walt was also going to have a lot of support. But they were here. They were all sitting down in front of the courthouse door in the bench. They were all sitting there thinking they're all tough and gonna intimidate the case. No, man, they're not gonna intimidate us. We're gonna fight, And if we if we let them, like in my case also has to do with this. I'm being charged for a third-degree felony and the same case. You know, if we let them charge us, we don't fight for it. It's not only my freedom they're fighting for, they're going after, it's everyone else, everyone out there, everyone. So if you are covering a news story or something, and you happen to record the so-called, you know what, and you're narrating in your camera, you could be charged with the felony. That's crazy. So we need to fight. We need to fight this, and we need to win. And I really ask everyone that I have no commercials on my videos and everything, but I do have a link down below. If you guys want to help out with the legal fees and everything, I'll be so grateful. Bunch of dirty, corrupt Ogden police officers. On the 22nd at 2:30, it's my case. It's my court date. So we're gonna. I'll see you guys then again. See you guys there again, and I'll video that and see what happens. But here's the dirty cop. This is the dirty cop right here. This is the dirty cop. This is the dirty cop right here. This is the dirty cop right here. This right here is the dirty cops right here.
How you doing, Jose?
Right here. Dirty cops. Especially this one right here.
Hey, Don. Don. Hey, Don. So you're gonna be under arrest, okay? You got a warrant? Hopefully you answer me.
I don't have a warrant.
Oh, so this is the harassment of you, Ogden Police Department.
Do you want to step back a little bit, please?
Will you
Thank
take
you.
those papers?
Yeah.
He is a dirty cop. He is a dirty cop. Dirty cop. Dirty cops. Right here. They all showed up to try to intimidate the case. They all showed up. All right. Love you guys. See you guys on the next one.
Well, the sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The vigilance committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand, where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath. Justice and accountability, we want both. They call it the vigil. sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The Vigilance Committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath. Justice and accountability, we want both. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. We ain't no angels, but we ain't the sin. When the law won't listen, that's when we begin. With a steady hand and a fire in our soul, we bring the justice, we pay the toll. They say it's a game that the brave must play, but the lines get blurry when the law won't sway. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury here, just the cold wind blowing and a voice you can hear. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. So when the law can't save you and you're all alone, just remember the Vigilance Committee, we'll be taking you home.